Good evening, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the very first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform we discuss everyday issues, but and we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel, whether it be from the beginning or just last week. I really appreciate all the love and support that you've given me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media. And I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter in your devices. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is the following if you have not done so. I'm going to ask you to subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to either catch it live or catch it on the playback. Okay. Before we get into the main topic, I'm going to open a new segment here on Uncommon Sense called In My Words. Okay. So, recently there have been YouTube creators who have decided not to associate with other people, and basically all due to the fact that they associate with people that they don't like. Okay. And there have been people who have been removed from the platform Discord for the same reason. Now, everyone has the right to do what they deem appropriate. However, to disassociate yourself from otherwise good people simply because of the fact that they chose to associate with those that you're having issues with, that's very immature, okay, on your side, and it's so 2022. Okay, that recently happened, not just to me, but for a few other people. Okay, and one thing that I find bizarre is the notion that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So basically, I'm going to be friending those who who is an enemy to those that I cannot get along with. I'm sorry, that does not make any sense one way or another. If you're going to associate with people, it should be because you have mutual beneficial or different or agreeable things. Okay, that you should have some sort of common interest between the two of you. But this whole notion of, okay, since this person is the enemy of my enemy, therefore this person is going to become my friend, that's very shallow. Okay. And another thing, just to bear that in mind, here on this platform, I allow everyone the ability to express their point of views as they see fit. Okay. And there may be times where we disagree. But for the most part, we have been able to be agreeable when if people allow me the same courtesy as far as freedom of thought or expression, well, those people will no longer be welcome here on this platform. Okay. I'm not going to mention any names because, first of all, I don't want to give them any shine, and the best thing is just to move forward and disregard all those individuals and let God deal with them. So, with that being said, we're we're going to get into the main topic. Okay. So as you can see by the thumbnail, the topic for tonight is the psychological effects of cyberbullying. Now, I did discuss this in a stream months ago. However, one thing I've noticed, particularly in social media, when it comes to younger generations, is that you have more and more young people and earlier, young adults being the victims of so with that mindset, I decided to discuss that topic tonight. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to okay. Well, first, before I get into the topic, I want to let everybody know that the link to join the panel is in the chat. Also, anyone is more than welcome to express a point of view regarding the topic. Okay. What I do ask is to please be respectful even when we disagree. Okay. And I'm not expecting this, but if anyone that want to share any personal experiences dealing with cyberbullying, the link is there so you can join the panel. I'm not gonna lie. When I thought up the topic, I did have one YouTube creator in mind. Unfortunately, due to circumstances, I decided not to reach out to that person. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to share my screen if my computer cooperates. Just bear with me because sometimes it does take a while. Okay. Let me just do this again. Just bear with me. Okay. Now, this article I got from the National Bullying Prevention Center, and it's under cyberbullying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give me a moment. I'm going to read to you what is the actual definition. Cyberbullying is bullying unwanted, repeated aggression, negative behavior that takes place over digital devices like cell phones, tablets, and computers. Cyberbullying can happen over email, through texting, on social media, while gaming, on instant messaging, and through photo sharing. Okay. As adults thinking back, it was just a generation ago that kids and teens were asking their parents for a phone in their room, maybe even with one on a separate line or three-way calling, so they can easily and somewhat privately connect with more friends. Today, a kid or a teen's desire to connect with friends has not changed, but the option for doing so have grown tremendously. Children are not only asking for their own tablets, gaming devices, and mobile phones at a younger age, they also want access to public social media sites and the ability to engage in online games and share information. Just as young people used to spend unmonitored time playing with friends in the neighborhood outside the periphery of adults, they are now engaging with each other in the cyber world, talking with each other, talking to each other, and talking about each other, often without adult or parental monitoring. While technology allows young people to connect in meaningful ways, such as the opportunity to share ideas, photos, videos, and more, the unsupervised nature of the cyber world demands the need for guidance, guidelines, and social responsibility. Cyberbullying can happen anywhere there is online social interaction. For example, some people. Hey, Irby, good evening. Thank you very much for stopping by. Some people use social media, video games, texting, or anonymous apps to bully other youth, post embarrassing pictures, share private information, or send threatening messages. Students can use the access to a large online audience to encourage their peers to join them in targeting someone with gossip, rumors, and untrue stories. The topic for tonight is the psychological effects of cyberbullying. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into some more uh, detail. Well, the definition of cyberbullying is sometimes called online bullying, varying from source to source. Most definitions consist of one, electronic forms of contact, two, an aggression act, three, intent, four, repetition, and five, harm to the target, meaning the person that's being inflicted with cyberbullying. And also, another definition for cyberbullying is when someone repeatedly and intentionally harasses, mistreats, or makes fun at another person online while using cell phones or other electronic devices. Once students share that all bullying hurts, whether in person or through technology, the end result is bullying in any form is emotionally damaging. Some of the most common cyberbullying tactics include posting comments or rumors about someone online that are mean, hurtful, or embarrassing. Yes, I agree, Irby. There's a lot of cyberbullying here in these YouTube streets. Another reason why we're discussing this topic. Threatening to hurt someone or telling them to kill themselves. Posting a mean or hurtful picture or video. Pretending to be someone else online in order to solicit or post personal or false information about someone else. Kind of sounds like doxing. Post mean or hateful names, comments, or content about any race, religion, ethnicity, or other personal characteristics online. Create a meme or web page about someone. Doxing An abbreviated form of the word documents is a form of online harassment used to exact revenge and to threaten and to destroy the privacy of individuals by making their personal information public, including addresses, social security, credit card, and phone numbers, linked to social media and other private data. So, what kids want parents to know about cyberbullying? Okay. So here, okay. I'm not gonna play the video because I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. But here is some bullying. While all bullying is characterized as intentional, often repetitive, hurtful behavior towards another person or group, there are distinguishing elements when it happens online or via smartphone, which include persistent. Most students have access to some form of technology. Cyberbullying can happen at any time in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Not just when the children are in school, it happens while at home or in the community. How to detect? While some bullying is very overt, such as pushing or damaging belongings, cyberbullying happens through phones and on computers or tablets, making it much more difficult for adults to detect. Anonymous cyberbullying can be done by anonymously. Those being bullied might not even know who's perpetrating the behavior, which makes it easier for one child to hurt another and not be held accountable. Shared to a potentially large audience information online that can easily, quickly be shared, which makes it difficult to contain or stop negative messages once they're being posted. Easier to be hurtful. It's often easier to bully using technology because of the greater physical distance. The person bullying does not see the immediate response from the person being targeted. They might not recognize the serious harm that's caused by their actions because technology distances from real life pain they could be causing. Permanent. Once something is shared on the internet, it's something available to everyone. Everyone can be challenging to completely delete the information, but once it is on the internet. Now, I'm going to play this video. Let me just make it clear. It's fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's see if we can play this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Pacer Talks About Bullying. I'm Bailey and we're so glad you're here. Just as technology has evolved over the years, so has the ability to bully. Bullying, which was once restricted to the school or the neighborhood, has now moved to the online world. This type of bullying, which happens through electronic means, is referred to as cyberbullying. This month on Pacer Talks About Bullying, we're going to be talking about all things cyberbullying. Now, we know that all forms of bullying, whether in person or through technology, hurt and can be emotionally damaging. But with cyberbullying, there's a few unique characteristics that are important to know about. That's why in this week's episode, we'll be sharing 5 aspects that make cyberbullying unique, all in 60 seconds.
Sorry.
Means is referred to as cyberbullying. of bullying, whether in person or through technology, and can be emotionally damaging.
That are
But
important
with
to know about.
cyberbullying that are important to know
That's
about.
why in this week's
That's why
episode,
in this
we'll
week's
be sharing
episode,
5
we'll be
aspects
sharing 5 aspects
that make
cyberbullying unique,
all
all in 60 seconds or less.
Now
Now
that you know more about this week's episode, let's get into the video. 1. It's persistent. Technology is accessible 24/7, meaning cyberbullying can happen at any time,
not just when kids are in school. 2. It's hard to detect. While some types of bullying are pushing,
happens through
computers
computers
or phones or tablets, making it harder for adults to detect.
3.
It can be
Students
anonymous.
might not know
Students
who's
might
bullying
not know
them,
who's bullying
which
them,
makes it easier
which
for
makes
one
it
child to
easier
hurt
for one
another
child to hurt
and not be
another
held accountable.
and not be held accountable.
4. It can
4.
be
It
seen
can be
by
seen by
a much
a
wider
much
audience.
wider audience. Information
It
can
can quickly,
making it more difficult to contain or stop negative messages. And finally, 5.
it's more
It's
permanent.
more permanent.
When something
Once
is
something
shared
is shared online, it often can be seen by everyone, everywhere. It can be difficult to completely delete information once it's on the internet. And with that, that's a wrap on this week's episode of Pacer Talks About Bullying.
Make sure
Make
you
sure you
join
join
us
us right back here
every week
for the rest of the month
as we
as we
continue
continue
the
the
conversation
conversation
about
about cyberbullying.
We have
We have
some
some
great upcoming episodes like what students think about cyberbullying
and what you can do to help.
We'll
We'll
see you next week,
and remember,
together we can create a world without bullying. See ya!
Okay. So as you can see here, we're talking about 5 unique aspects of cyberbullying. Now there is another video which I'm going to play. Again, it's fair use, fair use, fair use. Good evening, Don Armando. The topic for tonight is the psychological effects of cyberbullying. So I'm going to play this video. Again, free use.
Hey there. Welcome back to Pacer Talks About Bullying. I'm Bailey. Thanks for joining us. This month
We are talking about all things cyberbullying.
Imagine this. A piece of paper is ripped from a notebook and an
and
insult is scrawled across the page.
It's
It's passed from classmate to classmate. Everyone opens it, laughs, and then passes it on to the next person. The teacher interferes it, rips it up, and throws it in the garbage.
Now
Now
imagine
imagine
that same insult as a text message.
It's forwarded from classmate to classmate.
And then someone posts it on social media, and it's seen by hundreds. There's no throwing it away. There's no ripping it up. As technology has evolved, so has the way that students bully. Cyberbullying is hurting or harming someone online through technology. It can be through a cell phone, social media, gaming websites, really anywhere online. This week, we're going to talk all about cyberbullying and some of the unique characteristics. Let's get started.
One of the first unique things about cyberbullying is
This means that a student who's experiencing cyberbullying, they have no idea who's doing it, who's writing those hurtful things about them. And it's also easy for a child to hurt another and not be held accountable. Another unique characteristic is that they can happen 24/7. One thing cyberbullying is often called is the new bathroom wall. So before technology, if someone wanted to write something hurtful about you on the bathroom wall or on your locker. But then at 3 p.m., when students leave school, they don't look at it anymore. Whereas cyberbullying, it can happen day or night, at home or at school, where it's a really hard thing to get away from and not see. Another unique
characteristic about
cyberbullying
cyberbullying is that
that
it can reach a very large audience.
with
Free sharing and reposting,
things that are said online have the potential to go viral, meaning that a hurtful photo or image or text message can be hundreds all the way over the locker room. And finally, it's often easier to bully through technology because of that greater physical distance. A lot of times, students may not take cyberbullying seriously because they're not there to see the reaction of the person being cyberbullied, the impact that hurtful comment or that hurtful photo is having on them. And while those are just a few of some of the unique characteristics about cyberbullying, it's important to remember that all forms of bullying are equally hurtful to students, whether they happen in the online world or the physical world. That's all that we have for this week. Make sure to join us right back here next week. And remember, when we all stand together, no one stands alone. See ya!
Okay. As you can see, and I'm glad that these young people are actually discussing this topic, because of the fact of the matter is we do have, teenagers that are victims of cyberbullying, and also some of our friends who are YouTube creators have been the victims of cyberbullying. Some of them have been stalked. Some of them have their personal information broadcasted for everyone in the social media to see it to the light of day. Okay. Now, let me just read to you what's the definitions of cyberbullying victimization. It is when someone is repeatedly and intentionally harassed, mistreats, or makes fun of another person online while using cell phone or other electronic devices. And cyberbullying offending is defined as when someone repeatedly and intentionally harasses, mistreats, makes fun of another person. Okay. So let's take a look. Now we're going to go to ways to help the youth. Okay. Children and youth at times live in a time of instant access to cell phones, tablets, or computers that open the door to exciting new ways of connecting, interacting, and learning. However, new modes of communication also present new challenges for adults who care for them. Not only do parents or other adults help children and youth navigate through impersonal situations, they also need to prepare for them for healthy relationships online. Now, what can be done to help these? Okay. Start a conversation with your child or student about cyberbullying, keeping in mind that bullying can be hard for children to talk about with adults for many reasons. They might be embarrassed with what's happening, afraid of bullying will increase if they tell, thinking that the problem is their problem to solve their own. Cyberbullying is also complicated and that many students may not interpret the mean or hurtful behavior that happens on their computer or cell phone as bullying. Children also worry that they may lose access to technology if they tell an adult about cyberbullying. As you open the subject for discussion, let the child know that you recognize that cell phones, computer, and being connected online with friends is a significant part of their lives, but you also want them to know how to be safe and how to handle cyberbullying. Explain that someone is hurtful, committing online. It's important that they tell you so you work through the situation together. Okay. So I'm going to just share what should be done. Adults should discuss online conduct and behavior as well as cyberbullying as soon as children begin using technology. There's a potential for cyberbullying whenever children are using technology to interact. It begins as soon as children have access to a cell phone or computer that they can use to connect into gaming sites, social media, text, direct messaging, or or group chats. And then here is just some ideas how to begin the conversation. And now we're going to be talking about, we're going to show another video clip, again, for use. Just have some friendly rules regarding social media.
Hey there. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. This month we're talking all about cyberbullying. So in this week's episode, we're going to share a little bit about having a conversation with your child as soon as they start accessing technology, whether it's through a cell phone or a social media account. Teens have always wanted to connect with their peers. Just a generation ago, teens were asking for a phone in their room to connect with their friends. Teens today are still wanting to do that. It just looks a little bit different. Cell phones and social media accounts, gaming websites. Their desire to connect is still there. Through this. In this week's video, we're going to talk all about how to have that conversation with your child and set up some guidelines to make sure that they're safe online. Let's get started. One great piece of advice to share with your child is that you never really know who's on the other end of the cyber communication. Whether it's through an online chat room or social media, you can never be 100% sure of who you're talking with. So just as you wouldn't share personal information with a stranger in public, like your phone number or your address, make sure to talk about those same guidelines with your child for online, of not sharing their home address or phone number with someone that they've just met. Another discussion point to bring up is all passwords. So make sure that they're setting a secure password, and make sure that they're not sharing that password with anyone, even a best friend. Talk with your child about whether you'll have access to their password, and if so, how often you'll be checking things like their email accounts or social media. Along with talking about passwords, it's also really important to talk about privacy and sharing media. Look through the different accounts that your child has and determine if those are private or public. Who can see them and what can they see? Maybe friends can see certain things, whereas the general public can see other things. Talk about what's okay to share online in regards to pictures and videos and status updates. Along with this, it's also really important to talk about who your child add as friends on their social media accounts or gaming websites. Can they only add people they directly know, or is it okay to add a friend of a friend? Along with that, will you and your child be friends on that account? If so, is it simply there for you to monitor their behavior? Or is it okay for you to post a picture of the two of you at dinner? Talk those things through so there's expectations set for both of you. And finally, set up some ground rules. This can include things like what time the cell phone or social media or gaming websites can be accessed. Where is the technology that they use held? Is the computer only in your family room, or can they bring it up to their bedroom as well? This is great because it sets up some expectations to hold your child accountable to. And finally, make sure that you talk about cyberbullying. So often when students experience cyberbullying, they may be scared to tell an adult because they're fearful that the technology will then be taken away or restricted. Let your child know that if they experience cyberbullying, it's not okay, and that you'll be there to support them, not take away the technology that it's happening at. But that together you can develop a plan to make sure that they're safe online. And those are some of the tips that you can use as your child starts to access the online world to make sure that they're staying safe. If you want more ideas or information, you can visit our website, pacer.org/bullying. And while that wraps up this week's episode, make sure to join us right back here next week as we continue the conversation about cyberbullying. And remember, when we stand together, no one stands alone. See ya!
Okay. Again, it's very important that let people know that there are things that could be done to help these people who are victims of cyberbullying. Now, here's some things that you should tell a child. It is not your fault. Make sure they know that they're not to blame themselves. Also, that they're not alone. Many children feel that no one can help them and that nothing will change. That it's not up to you to stop bullying. We will work together. It's important for youth and adults to both be involved in working towards a solution. Bullying is never okay, even though it happens. It never makes it right, and no one deserves to be bullied. Okay. And here are some ideas for some parents. Consider using safety features offered by wireless and internet service providers or social media sites that help block or manage cyberbullying. The privacy settings are always evolving with new family safeguards and parental control features designed to offer customized solutions to cyberbullying. You can review privacy settings on your child's online accounts, mobile apps, computers, and cell phones. Have your child take inventory of their online accounts and check and make sure they're comfortable with the amount of typed videos, photos, of information that they're sharing with others, and suggest that after documenting, deleting, untagging, or hide content that they're concerned about. And then there's also some guidelines regarding self-advocacy, which is encouraging children to help with the shared ideas how to start confidence and teach others how to self-advocate. A child-centered solution will help provide the child with a sense of ownership over the positive outcomes and engage with more achieving of those outcomes. And then there's some other things to take in consideration. Some of them, describing the problem, explaining how bullying impacts the child, review the school's policy regarding bullying, encourage input from all members at the meeting, develop a plan, brainstorm, put the plan into action. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park it here. So as you can see, it is not only it does it affects children, it also affects adults. In fact, municipal agencies have developed policies to prevent bullying, because unfortunately, bullying can also occur on the workplace. Okay, and it is sad, but it is true. I'm going to drop the link in a moment. I'm just going through. Okay, I'm going to drop the link. Just a moment. Okay, the link is there. Now, one of the problems that we have to deal with, that thanks to technology, we have what we call a lot of keyboard warriors. We have people who act all rough and tough behind a computer. However, that when you actually have the opportunity to meet these people in person, they're complete opposite. And we have seen that already with some of the members of the Peanut Gallery. And good evening. Thank you very much for stopping by. Oh, before I forget, let me just let everybody know that Donna Mondo is also in the chat along with Irby and Gigi. And I want to let everybody know that both Donna Mondo and Golden Goddess have their own platforms. Okay. Donna Mondo airs several streams during the week. So I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so, please subscribe to his platform and check out his material. And of course, Golden Goddess has multiple platforms. She has a channel. She also does a podcast with multiracial movement called Tea with Multi and Me. So I'm going to ask you, if you have not done so, please subscribe to them and make sure that you hit the bell notification to also whenever they produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it and you would not miss any of their content. So I know that I share quite a bit of information within that stream. So I'm just going to ask you if anyone wishes to join the panel. They can do so. Okay. If anyone wishes to stay and then enter their comment, they can do so as well. Because sometimes people are not always available to join the panel because they're working or they're taking care of their children or they have other responsibilities. And sometimes people just don't feel comfortable being on the panel, which is fine. I mean, whatever makes you feel more. Okay, so just give me a moment. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Just give me a moment. Basically, what I'm doing, I'm just okay. Now I'm going to share from a website called stopbullying.gov. And basically, I'm going to be discussing the same thing that we'll discuss. Now, what was the motivation for me to do this? It's two types of motivation. Number one, we have young people, basically teenagers, who are victims of cyberbullying. And we have, unfortunately, some of our fellow YouTube creators have been victims of doxing. So that's the reason why I decided to talk about it. And hopefully people will join the panel. If people don't want to join the panel, I understand, because some people, it's a difficult topic. Let me just read to you the article. Cyberbullying is a bullying that takes place over digital devices like cell phones, computers, and tablets. Cyberbullying can occur through SMSs, texts, and apps, or online in social media forums or gaming, where people can view, participate, or share content. Cyberbullying includes sending, posting, or sharing negative, harmful, false, or mean content about someone else. It can include sharing personal or private information about someone else's causing embarrassment or humiliation. Some cyberbullying crosses the line into unlawful or criminal behavior. Most common places where cyberbullying occur are social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. Text messaging and messaging apps on mobile and tablet devices. Instant messaging, direct messaging, and online chatting over the internet. Online forums, chat rooms, and message boards such as Reddit, email, online gaming opportunities. Well, the prevalence of social media and digital forum comments for the posts and contents shared by individuals can often be viewed as strangers as well as acquaintances. The content an individual shares online, both their personal content as well as any negative, mean, or hurtful content, creates a kind of permanent public record of their views, activities, and behavior. Okay, let's highlight this. This public record can be thought as an online reputation which may be accessible to schools, employer, colleges, clubs, and others where they may be researching an individual now or in the future. Cyberbullying can harm the online reputation of everyone involved, not just the person being bullied, but those doing the bullying or participating in it. Cyberbullying has unique concerns that can be persistent digital devices offer an inability to immediately and continuously communicate 24 hours a day, so it can be difficult for children experiencing bullying to find relief. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just want to let everybody know that everyone is entitled to their opinions, and everyone may have a different point of view, but we're going to respect everyone's point of view. So let's bring in our guest.
Hello.
Good evening, Irby.
What's up? You hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you doing tonight? Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know what's going on. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop the link again. Maybe Irby can come back up. Another thing that is permanent. Most information communicated electronically is permanent and public if not reported and removed. A negative online reputation, including those who bully, can impact college admissions, employment, and other areas of life. Also, it is hard to notice because teachers and parents may not overhear or see cyberbullying take place. It is harder to recognize. Okay, you know what? No problem, Irby. I know what it is. I've gone through it myself. Now, there are laws and sanctions regarding cyberbullying. All states have laws requiring schools to respond to bullying. As cyberbullying has become more prevalent with the use of technology, many states include cyberbullying as mentioned cyberbullying offenses or with local or school policies that allow them to discipline or take action. Some to address bullying performance. Now, every state will have different policies when it comes to cyberbullying. So I would suggest that you will look at your local state as far as what other rules regarding cyberbullying, because every state functions differently. Okay. Now, excuse me. Now, we're going to be talking about the frequency of cyberbullying. Okay. The 2019 School Crime Supplement to the National Crime Victimization Survey, National Center for Educational Statistics and Bureau of Justice indicate that nationwide, about 16% of students grades 9 through 12 experience cyberbullying. The 2019 Youth Risk Behavior Surviving System, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention indicates that an estimated 15.7% of high school students were electronically bullied in the 12 months prior to the survey. So, as you can see, there are laws that have to be created to protect these people. Okay. Gigi, I don't know if you are able to come up, because maybe you not be able to. I know it might be a little bit early for you, but for you to share your point of view. If you're able, fine. If you're not able, I understand. So I just don't want you to feel obligated to do so, or pressure to do so. Okay. But as you can see here, it is a serious matter. Okay, and sometimes we could be very cynical when it comes to people who are victims of cyberbullying. Okay, because we think, well, we're all adults, we shouldn't have to worry about this, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Unfortunately, one thing we must bear in mind is the following. Okay, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. But a mother's work is never done. Okay. It might have been better if I started the screen, say 9:30, but it's okay. As I was saying, some people tend to ridicule others that are victims of cyberbullying, because they tend to look at these people as weak. First of all, we don't know what could be going through their minds. Okay. We don't know what trauma they have been dealing with. Okay. Also, we don't know what lies in their personal lives. So therefore, it's very easy for us to make any comments. It's very easy for us to make any judgments regarding the people who are victims of cyberbullying. Okay? I'm going to give you my personal opinion on the subject. First of all, let me make this perfectly clear. I'm not claiming to be a psychologist or a therapist or what have you. However, I can state the following. Okay. Everyone experiences some sort of trauma. And how we react to it varies. Okay. One thing that it does help is, first of all, it's a recognition that you're not alone, that there are people that you can go to help you deal with it. The problem is, it's very difficult to admit that you are the victims of cyberbullying. First of all, because people go look at you like you're insane or you're being hypersensitive or what have you. Because unfortunately, they do not, a lot of people. Oh, no, 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 no. I am not a doctor in any sense. No, but I do have a bachelor's degree. No, but the fact of the matter is, if we want to help these individuals who are victims of cyberbullying, we must provide a safe space for them to feel comfortable to share, okay? In an environment where it's non-judgmental, okay? And that's the key. If you really want to shut a person down, the easiest way is to be judgmental, to be overly critical, to be arguing with these people, yelling at these people. And I think Gigi has an interesting point. You're absolutely correct, Gigi. You're absolutely correct. Now, I have never been the victim of cyberbullying, so I'm not going to claim that I understand what people go through. Okay. I'm not going to claim that because for me, I don't know. However, what I can do is the following. If a person, for whatever reason, feels comfortable in confiding in me about the fact that they are victims of cyberbullying, I can share with them the following. First of all, they're not alone. Second, you cannot solve this by your own. Also, to be bullied, and I mean no one. Okay, and there are laws. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's the reason why we're having this discussion. Yeah, you're absolutely correct, DG. YouTube needs to do something about it. But but you know what's the problem? The problem is this. Excuse me. You can have a YouTube creator that posts harmful content psychologically. Mm-hmm. The problem is when you report it to YouTube, it's like they're waiting for something horrible to happen, and that's the problem. Let's see what Gigi has to say. Yeah, that's sad. And I personally know a YouTube creator. I'm not going to mention that person's name, but I actually know a YouTube creator that was threatened with sexual assault and physical harm. Why? Because she actually expressed an opinion that this person did not like. Okay. That's multiple reasons why I tried so hard to maintain a safe space for everyone to share their point of view. Okay. And another thing is, I don't censor people. What I do ask is people, please be respectable. Okay. And if they can't, they're not going to be on my platform. It is that simple. So, and of course, there is another thing that can help therapy. Okay. Because just as you explain to a doctor regarding physical symptoms that you may have, when you have an appointment with a therapist, you explain to the therapist the symptoms that you're experiencing, the psychological trauma that you're experiencing. And here's an interesting point. Yeah, you know what? I think what's going to look when it comes to someone like Mark Zuckerberg, who is a billionaire, I don't know how many times over. It might take something like a class action lawsuit to make him to realize that something needs to be done. Yeah. Okay. I hear you. And I have to admit, I have been fortunate. Yeah. I have been fortunate in the sense that I have not been the subject of cyberbullying. I have not been harassed to the same degree other people have. Of course, you have certain YouTube creators that love to talk about me, like I live rent free in their minds and whatnot. So there's certain things that I do. Okay. First of all, I have the subscriber mode on, meaning that only subscribers can enter comments in the chat. Okay. I also have moderators to help me yeah, to help me to make sure that none of the comments from the peanut gallery get by, and plus block. You have to learn how to block people. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is, I have to block people from not just YouTube. I have to block people from Facebook. I have to block people from Twitter. I have to block people from Instagram. I have to block people from Discord. Okay. And to be perfectly honest, when it comes to Discord, it's at best a mixed blessing. And I'm going to tell you why. Because while the platform itself is not a problem, the problem is when you allow elements of the peanut gallery to enter into the Discord and cause all sorts of disgusting behavior. Yep. Block, block, block. Yep. Okay. And at times, I'll take a couple of days and I won't do anything on social media because I need to to de-stress and detox, okay? Because unlike some of these other people, I have a life, okay? I have a life outside YouTube. Okay. First of all, I have my family. Okay. I also have my job. I like to, I also have other things which which are part of my life. YouTube is just one part. Okay. And the fact of the matter is it's not something to be taken seriously. So in that sense I've been fortunate. Okay. However, I do know that at any time, at any time, some people try to cyberbully me. Okay. However, um, I know that when let's see what Irving has to say. Okay. I'm not sure how you mean by that, but you know what? Fine. Okay. Fine. Okay. Now I have been talking for over an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link. Oh, and by the way, and I'm sure is watching this stream, or more like um, cloud watching this stream. Food for thought. The next time that you do a stream about me, please spell my name correctly. I don't spell my name with a Y. Okay. No, 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 no. I have to get off my chest because I happen to see some experts from Hype's work. Okay. But you know what? Que sera, sera. But getting back to the topic, I just want to let people know that if there's anyone is a victim of cyberbullying, uh, please let them know that it's not their fault. Please let them know that they're not alone. And also, please let them know that there are resources that are available to help people. You know what? That is so true. But remember, he's the Monata philosopher king that can't spell. And I see here we have Ritza. Good evening. Thank you very much for stopping by. Oh, and let me let everybody know that Ritza has her own YouTube channel. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to her channel and check out her content. Okay. And I'm glad, and actually I did get a chance to see some of your content. I'm gonna spend some more time watching your content. I don't know how often um, you produce content, but I'm gonna be paying very close attention. And just to let you know, uh, the topic for tonight is the psychological effects of cyberbullying. So what I've done is I gave a definition of what it is and also the facts. Okay. Okay, cool. Um, I don't know if you're ever going to do a live stream. Um, some people do, some people don't. So, um, yeah, that is a good question. Because look, now I can understand people can be busy at times. Okay, yeah, school does take a good portion of your time. Okay, I understand that. It can be look, I can understand. Believe me, I have a full-time job. Okay, then I do streams 2 to 3 times a week, and it takes okay. First of all, it takes a great deal of time. Okay, it's not just okay. Work up StreamYard and just open up a string and just talk. And just babble on. You do have to do research regarding a topic. You also have to discuss your topic. You also got to prepare notes, okay, or what have you. So I get it. I get it. So, but I'm glad, Ritza, that you're here. I'm glad that you're in the chat. Hopefully, we will see more of you um, if your schedule permits. Okay, and let's see if we can get Irby back. Okay, Irby,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, Irby. Okay, I'm gonna put the link one more time. Okay, but I do feel for Irby because the internet is no joke. Um, Irby, you might want to try moving if you're using a laptop. You might want to try moving it closer to the server. You might also have to use a hotspot if that doesn't get any better. But I will talk for a few more minutes and then I will call it a night. But the fact of the matter is, I'm glad I was able to discuss this topic. Okay, because the fact of the matter is, it is a serious matter. Okay. Now let me just discuss briefly what I'm going to be discussing on Thursday's episode. Okay. I will be discussing the topic, the passport bros. Are they a blessing or a curse? Now, we have heard a great deal in regards to these people, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have the discussion regarding that. Now, I have some feelings regarding the subject, and this is the okay. Let me see. Okay, no problem. Okay, now let me make this perfectly clear, and I'm going to make this perfectly clear um, on Thursday. It's one thing when you go outside of the United States try to find your significant other, and you go there with the purpose of hoping to find someone to marry, and then you try to learn about the culture and things of that nature. Okay. Meanwhile, you don't badmouth American women. It's another thing when you badmouth American women and then you go to these other countries for the specific purpose of not to have a serious relationship, but to smash. Okay. And then take advantage of these women, particularly these women who are poor, who are economically disadvantaged. Okay. Now I get it. People for whatever reason feel that they cannot find this significant other um, here in the United States. I disagree. Okay, you can find um, women to marry, whether it be here in the United States or outside the United States. And one problem that I have with some of these passport pros is that what's the word I'm trying to use? Um, I'm trying to think. They think that there's something unique and special about this women. Okay, for the most part, women are women. Okay, you have no, in some countries, you have some women that are a little bit more feminine. Um, um, women's lib and feminism has not made a major influence in some countries and what have you. I get that, but don't fetishize foreign women. Okay, it's like when a white person looks at wants a date black women because they want to date black women because I have a fetish regarding black women. Um, yeah, you know what? Yeah, to a certain degree, yeah. Okay. Part of the problem, and please don't take this as a knock against single moms, but a lot of these men, a lot of men today are raised with because in homes where you don't have a strong positive male influence. You know what? That's okay. Just I want to make sure that I don't get hit with a copyright strike, but that's no problem. No, you can do that. You can share. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There are feminine men. Okay. Um, you know what? That could be another topic, item for another topic. I can only speculate on the why. Okay. I think one thing is absent is they don't have a possible adult male influence. Let's see what's okay. Okay. We're not gonna go there, Donna. Okay, okay. Let's try not to leave. Let's try not to get personal. I understand that you have issues. Okay, we understand that, but let's see if we can stay on topic. Okay, but it is a serious problem, and okay, It is a serious problem. The fact of the matter is, we have men that growing up without the positive, strong influence of a male, then becoming more feminine, then becoming more emotional, so on and so forth. Okay, so we're gonna have the discussion regarding the passport bros. Okay, this time it's gonna be on 9 o'clock. Okay, so hopefully we'll have some discussion regarding that. Uh, in any case, I'm just gonna drop the link one more time, and I do appreciate the fact that that we do have some considerable action in the chat. Okay, I do appreciate okay. Well, hopefully I don't know if she got it. I'm sure I'm sure she did. She'll let you know privately. But in any case, I'm gonna start to wrap this up. Okay, and I do appreciate the fact that we have people watching and watching, and I hope that you were educated by the topic. Okay, and let's spread this word regarding. Okay, okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start this up. I do appreciate again. I do appreciate the fact that people like Irby, Don Mamando, Gigi, and Ritza um, made the presence in the chat, and you know that's the reason why you prepare. Okay, so that being said, I just want to say thank you very much for allowing me to come into your devices and to share the knowledge I do have. Okay, so that being said, I just want to let everybody know that if going forward, we will have the segment called In My Words. So I'm gonna ask all those who are watching on the playback, please, if you have a comment, you're more than welcome. Let's keep it respectable. So that being said, thank you very much. Let's be all good to each other. Yes. Thank you very much. Let me just make sure I could just excuse me. All right. Come on. Yes, thank you. Yes, good night, Irby. Okay. Good night, Gigi. Thank you very much for stopping by. And I believe, Gigi, you have a stream coming up this Saturday night, 10:30, unless I'm mistaken. Um, so that being said, thank you very much. Let's be all good to each other. And this has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Wishing all of you a good night. Take care and peace.
strong.